We'll show you how to do a few product customizations, the first of which being a custom product description. I'll also show you how to hide your product price from your search results, enable fractional quote line quantity, and locking your quantity field on the quote line. The following demonstrations are not a necessary part of your SteelBrick CPQ training, but rather highlight ways you could fully utilize the features. The first thing we want to do to ensure that our custom product description appears on our quote line is add the description field to your quote line field set. Click Create, click Objects. Let's go to our quote line since that's where we want our description to appear. Let's navigate down to our Field Sets section. Click Edit on the Line Editor field set, as we are concerned with the fields that are displayed on the line editor. Within this line editor field set, you can control what is visible within your quote line editor. Let's drag and drop our description field into the field set and click Save. Now that we've added our description field into the line editor, we need to actually enable the custom product description. So the first step to doing that is creating your rich text description field. Navigate back down to your build section and click Customize, click Products, and finally click Fields. Navigate to the Product Custom Fields and Relationships section and click New. Select Rich Text Area as your field type. Enter your field label. I called this Rich Text Description just to keep it simple. Once you enter your field label, hit the Tab key. That will auto-populate the field name for you. You can enter in a product description if you'd like. I did just so I can remember what this rich text description references. I'm making my rich text description visible for all my profiles. As you can see here, my new field, Rich Text Description, has been automatically added to all my page layouts. Now go ahead and click Save. The last bit of setup we want to do is choosing our rich text description within our Configure SteelBrick CPQ settings as our desired product description. Scroll down to the Build section on the left-hand side of your page and click Installed Packages. When you locate your SteelBrick CPQ package, click Configure, select the Additional Settings tab, and change the product description field to your newly created rich text description. This setting pulls in all text area fields, including rich text areas and excluding text fields and encrypted text from your product page layout, and pushes the chosen field into the quote line description field to give the sales rep more information about the product. You may have additional rich text fields to choose from, depending on which text fields you have available in your product page layout. So for example, how I showed you before when we were creating our own rich text field, you may create more of your own and they'll appear here in this product description field. Click Save, and now let's go navigate to our product and enter a custom product description. Here is our rich text description field that got automatically added to our page layout. Go ahead and double click this so we can add our custom product description. You can add some text to this description if you'd like. Click the media icon if you'd like to add an image. Click the Web Addresses tab when inserting an image. As of Spring 15, internally embedded images are not supported. Enter your URL and description and click Insert. Click OK, and here we have our custom product description. Now be mindful of image size. You'll want to stick to smaller icon size images. Also keep in mind that the size of the image that you see here in this editing dialog will not always be the same size that appears in your quote line or your quote documents. So be sure to test it out. Click Save, and this is how your rich text description will appear in your line editor. Let's move on to our next feature, hiding product prices from search results. This next feature allows you to hide your product price in your search results. This feature gives administrators the option to hide a product's list price in the search results. It provides sales reps with a more streamlined and accurate list price for product bundles. There may be reasons you want to hide the list price initially, especially for product bundles, which you'll learn about soon, because when you add components, the list price can change. So in order to enable this, you'll need to select the Hide Price in Search Results checkbox. If you don't see this field in your layout, add it. Click the blue Salesforce.com pop-out menu and click Edit Layout. This next feature is called Fractional Quote Line Quantity. It enables administrators to set the number of decimal places for each individual product. So the majority of products utilize whole numbers, but a few require decimal places. So this setting will allow administrators to override the global fractional quantity by product. So in order to enable this feature, you'll enter the number of desired decimal places you would like your product quantity to be set to in the quantity scale field. So for example, if you want 4 decimal places, you would enter 4 into the quantity scale field. The maximum decimal place value is 9. If no value has been set on the product level quantity scale field, the decimal place value automatically defaults to the global quantity scale, which is set in the SteelBrick CPQ setting page. But if you set the quantity scale here on the product, it will override the global quantity scale. Because fractional quantities are visible in the quote document, you must adjust the quote templates column width to accommodate the increased quantity scale. Quote template quantity widths do not adjust dynamically. The last feature I want to show you is called Quantity Field Can Be Locked on the Quote Line. This feature gives administrators the ability to lock the quantity field for a specific product or product option. This would keep the sales rep from changing the quantity for a specific product or product option. If you want to allow sales reps to edit the quantity on the quote line, select the Quantity Editable checkbox. Otherwise, if you don't want your sales reps to change the quantity, leave the Quantity Editable checkbox unselected. The next part is optional, but it goes along with the feature. You could enter a default quantity. If you want the quantity to default to a particular amount when the product is added to the quote, you can enter that value in the field. Otherwise, the quantity automatically defaults to 1.